Hi everyone, it's Lisa Mears, and in today's video I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Spellbinders monthly card kit for June of 2023, and I'll also be making several cards. So the card kit of the month is one of several clubs that Spellbinders has. They also have small die clubs, large die clubs, stitching die clubs. They have an embossing folder club and a 3D embossing folder club and stamp clubs and some others. But I'll be focusing in this video on just the card kit. But I'll have a link down in the description box which will take you to the Spellbinders website where you'll find information regarding all of the clubs. And I always appreciate when you use my links because they do help support me. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the June 2023 card kit has in it. And this kit is called A Little Hello. So with every card kit you get this sheet that always gives you some inspiration, and it also has all of the contents listed on the front side of what you're receiving during the month. You're also going to get 8 cards and 8 envelopes. These are A2 size card bases which measure 4¼ by 5½ inches. And you also get cardstock sheets, and these solid card panels, you get 20 of them. They are already pre-cut to 4¼ by 5½ inches. You get them in light blue, dark blue, green, pink, and purple this month. Also included are these beautiful dimensional butterfly stickers. So they are stickers, but they have another layer on top which adds the dimension. They're super pretty in all of the beautiful colors of that cardstock. There is a pack of sprinkle mix. So there is some sequins in here. There's also some round pink clay confetti pieces. Really pretty, a lot of iridescent colors in that pack. As with every kit, you always get your foam squares and adhesive tape. Also included are some chipboard stickers. There's 2 sheets, so here's one side, and I'll flip it over so that you can see the reverse side. You can use those as sentiments for your cards. There's also a pack of chipboard frames, and I love using the chipboard frames because these make great shaker cards. I will be making one shaker card with them today, but I know not everybody likes to make shaker cards, so you can also use these without making them a shaker just by adding them to your card front and framing out a section of the card and maybe putting a sentiment inside or just some die cuts on top. So you'll see me work with those. And then you also get some pattern paper. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pattern paper. The colors in this kit are so pretty. There's a lot of light springy colors, so you have lots of pinks and yellows. There's also some blues. Now this sheet, you get a couple of the black and white sheets, which are also really pretty. I love using the black and white sheets with the pink cardstock because I think black and pink just look so good together. So I will be making a card using those designs. But look at the butterfly designs on here. They're so gorgeous. So that is all the pattern paper. Some of the paper has some gold foiling inside of the patterns, which is also really pretty. So again, some pinks and some blues, some greens, and the butterfly prints are just so pretty. There's also some plaids. So there is all the pattern paper. And you also get a large pack of die cut shapes, and you get 2 of each one. So there's lots and lots of die cuts here for you to make some quick and easy cards. So I'll go ahead and lay all of these out so you can see all of the die cuts that are included. There are lots of butterflies in this collection. So you have some larger butterflies in several different colors. So some pinks, blues, greens, yellows, and then you have some medium size and even some really small butterflies. So what I'm showing you in my hand is not even all of them. There are so many more that I'm not grabbing here from the table, but those are just a sample of what you get. There's also some birds in this collection. and some other fun die cuts such as a carousel. There's a tree, there's a hot air balloon, so you can make a little outdoor scene. There's also flowers, some cupcakes, there's a rainbow with a cloud and a sun, and lots more. So as I go through and make my cards today, I do want to let you know that I will have up-close pictures of all of my cards on my blog, as well as measurements for all of the cardstock that I use. And there will be a coordinating blog post link in the description box of this YouTube video. So I have that pink butterfly paper, and I added it to one of the blue cardstock sheets. So the pink butterfly paper I cut to 5 3/4 by 4 1/8. And then I just cut a piece of the plaid paper to 2 by 4 1/8 and just put it there to the right side of that butterfly paper, and then added another blue strip of solid cardstock down the center so that I can just cover up where those two pattern papers meet. And that blue strip is 1/4 inch by 4 1/8. I'm adding the chipboard piece that says loved, adding that there on the left side, and then I'll add 2 more butterflies. So I'm using the larger butterfly die cuts, and I'm going to glue them so that the wings are glued to the frame. And I'll put them at different angles, so one facing more left, one facing more right. I'm going to add a heart on top of the single strip of blue cardstock, and then I took some twine from my stash, tied it in a bow, and I'm just going to add a glue dot to the back and add a piece of twine there above the heart, and then I'll add this to one of the A2 size card bases that came with the kit. And then I'll finish this card up by adding a few of the sequins from the sequin mix that came with the kit as well. So that will complete my first card. Moving on to my second card, I have a piece of butterfly paper I cut to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I'm going to add that to a piece of the solid purple cardstock. And then I also have a piece of the plaid paper left over from the first card. I cut that to 3 inches by 5 3/8, and I'm adding that down the center. I also took a Spellbinders circle die and die cut a 3-inch circle from white cardstock, and I'm adding that to the top of the plaid strip, and I'm going to add the carousel right in the center of that circle. And then I have a few other die cut pieces that I'm going to add just beneath that circle. So I'll add the party fans first, and then I'm going to add the pinwheel, and I also have a sentiment that says celebrate. This is a chipboard sticker, and I'll add that to the bottom of the card. I'll add that layer to an A2 size card base. And then I'm going to take some white enamel dots from my stash and add them to the center of the party fans as well as the pinwheel. And that will complete my second card. So moving on to my next card, I'm going to make this a shaker card using one of the frames. I'm using the black and white floral piece of pattern paper. I cut that to 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and I'm adding it to a solid piece of pink cardstock. And then I'm going to take my chipboard frame. Now these are stickers, so I am pulling the backing off, and I cut a piece of acetate to fit the size of that chipboard, and I just added it to the back of the chipboard piece. Then I'm taking some double-sided adhesive foam strips, and I'm adding them to the outline border there of the chipboard, making sure that the foam pieces are touching on all sides so that when I add my shaker pieces, the shaker pieces don't fall out of any gaps. Next, I'm going to take my sequin mix, and I'm not going to add it to the frame. Instead, I'm going to add the sequin mix directly to the actual card layer, and then I'll be placing the frame on top of the sequin mix. So I'm just adding a little bit here. I don't want to add too much because I don't want to overfill that frame. And then I'm just going to kind of scooch everything towards the center, make sure that it will fit right inside of that frame, and then I'll peel the double-sided adhesive backing off of the adhesive, and then I'll just set that frame right on top of the sequin mix. I'm going to add a chipboard sentiment that says "Hello Beautiful." I'll add it there on the left bottom corner, and then I'm going to add some of the butterfly stickers, the three-dimensional ones. I'll add a pink one as well as a blue one to the chipboard frame. Next, I'll take that entire layer and add it to an A2 size card base. I just love the dimensional look of those butterfly stickers. You can see how the wings pop up. It's so pretty. So moving on to my next card, I have a strip of green pattern paper. I cut that to 4 inches by 3/4 inches, and I'm going to add it to the bottom of this yellow butterfly pattern paper. The yellow pattern paper is 4 by 5 1/4, and then I'll add that entire layer to a piece of the pink solid cardstock. And then I'm going to create a little outdoor scene with the tree. I have the caterpillar with the flower, and I also have the vine fence. And then I'll go ahead and add all these die cuts to the card. I'll add the tree first since that's behind the caterpillar. Then I'll go ahead and add glue to the back of the vine fence and add that behind the caterpillar as well. And then I will add that last die cut right on top. For the sentiment, I'm using a chipboard sticker. This one says, "Sometimes you just need a hug." I'm adding it to a piece of the solid pink cardstock so that it has a little bit of a pink border around it on all 4 sides. And the reason I did that is because my sentiment is yellow as well as the pattern paper is yellow. And if I would have just added it to the pattern paper, it would have just drowned in the background, because it's the same color. So that pink cardstock helps it stand out a little bit, and I'll go ahead and glue that down to the top right hand corner of my card. Next, I'm going to add a couple of butterflies, and I'm going to add some of the foam squares to the back so that they're raised on the tree. This little tiny butterfly, I'm going to have to cut the foam square in half, and then I'm just going to put a half of it on each one of the butterfly wings. And then I'll go ahead and add those to the tree. Next, I'll add that to an A2 size white card base, and then that will complete my card. For my next card, I have a piece of this green pattern paper that I cut to 3 3/4 inches by 2 1/4 inches, and I'm just cutting a little curve out of the top. It's just going to look like a little hillside, and then I'm going to add that piece to the bottom of the black and white pattern paper, and that black and white paper is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then I'll add that entire layer to that blue butterfly paper. The blue butterfly paper is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I'm going to arrange several of the die cut pieces to make a little scene. So I have the fox. I'll put that in the middle, and I'll make it like the fox is holding the little cart of flowers. I'm also going to put the cluster of flowers, butterflies, this piece here, I'm going to put that behind it to make it look like that fox is in a little garden. I also have the blue house that I'm going to tuck behind the hill. And then I'm also going to be bringing in the rainbow with the sun. I'll also be bringing in a green bush. So just creating a little outdoor scene. So after I tuck this house in, I'm going to go ahead and add the little bush. I'll add that right next to the house. And then I'll add the rainbow with the cloud and the sun at the top right hand corner. I'm going to use a chipboard sentiment, and I'm going to add it right below the rainbow. So this one says "Thinking of You." I'll add that to an A2 size card base. And then I'm going to come back in and add a little butterfly to fill in some of that gap there. And that's going to complete that card. So I hope you liked all of my cards today that I made with the Spellbinders June card kit. I would love for you to leave me a comment and let me know which card is your favorite. And if you would like more information about Spellbinders clubs, don't forget to take a look in the description box below for those club links. And lastly, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day. Bye-bye.